Right, well, I think we're live. Hello, everybody. We are back. It is one Leeds. Brownies in the building. It is white noise. We need to have some sort of like sound at the start of this. Like, do you know white noise? Have you ever heard the song? Have you ever heard the song White Noise, Brownie? Disclosure. You heard it?
Disclosure. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad it's not the white noise that sends people to sleep. I'm glad you went down. I'm glad you went down the disclosure route.
Oh, what a tune. Absolute tune. But obviously, Leeds United affiliated. It sounds reasonably good. But we're back here debriefing the reminiscence of other shows that we've done before. But debriefing the City game, Man City edging the Whites out, 91st minute, Phil Foden dagger to Leeds United hearts. David Brown, how you doing, mate? All good?
Yeah, all good. Getting
Feeling all
annoyed with
good?
all these, getting really annoyed with all these injury time goals that we keep chucking away. But listen, at 1 minute past 3, if you'd have told me we were 2-2, if you'd have told me we were 2-2 in the 90th minute, I'd have asked you what planet you'd fallen off.
It started well, didn't it?
I actually felt for him. I know we've hammered him, and I know I've gone down the rhetoric of left-hand side goals.
Yeah.
He changes both players on the left-hand side. Within 45 seconds, we've conceded down the left-hand side. I just I don't even think we touched it. Like, what? I'm not sure what he can do about that.
Yeah, I love the best part of it as well. It's like it's a big thing in it. It's a big ploy to get everybody out on the left hand side. You're looking at it from a fan perspective, and you're going, you got Goodmanson out, you got Okafor out. He's spoken about it post Villa, and you're thinking, right, there's some big changes going on here. And then you get right hand side, James Justin going on that left hand side, which, to be fair, apparently he's better on the left. We've not seen enough of him, to be fair, in a Leeds shirt, but apparently he's better on the left than he is on the right. But it kind of is Byron feel. And then you have Nonso coming on that left hand side as well. And you go, and Brownie, I'll be honest, mate, I thought to myself, he's just throwing it all in here for City. He's thinking, I'll see what happens. I'm going to throw it in, see what happens. And look, if we get the best out of it, then good. If we don't get the best out of it, then at least I've tried. They can't ask me. They can't say to me, you haven't at least tried, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like everybody wanted changes, and he made them. Then he made some more, which was probably what people have been asking for about 2 months. But yeah, it's just
people, aka Conor McGilligan.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right, mate. You've been pioneering for the three at the back, and me being the type of forward that I was, always needed someone up there with me, and 2 up top. It seems to be a dying art in football these days, but
yeah,
I would always prefer two strikers, and it caused problems. And if you go into the Etihad and causing problems with 2 up top, you can cause problems anywhere. He had to change something. He had to do something different away from home, because away from home, other than the Wolves game, well, I mean, it seems like a big team in the country could beat Wolves at the minute. Apart from Wolves away from home's been pretty miserable. So something had to change, and I don't want this to sound negative, but I feel like he's made a rod for his own back, because if he reverts back to that 4 at the back, 1 up top, and Brendan Aronson on the right hand side on Wednesday night, he may as well not go to 4 Patch Thursday.
Well, let's have a look at everyone in the building. We've got Day, we've got Hughes, we've got Gordon White. Good evening, Connor and David. Will we stick or will we twist? Liam says, it's time to go. Very Arsenal fan TV there, mate. Credit where credit is due. It took 2 years, 12 games, 1 half in which we were battered for Farker to finally do something proactive. And his job is on the line. I know. I've not even looked at my.
Bollocks.
I've not even looked at my monitor, and I knew you were going at that. Go on, has that rattled you?
Completely disagree. Not that, just bollocks, innit? Honestly, the disrespect he gets, it might be time for, I don't know, it might be, but the disrespect that guy gets is ridiculous.
So should we go first half? Right. So you see the come on, we'll take ourselves back. At least we get better from there, mate. At least it gets better.
You know the thing though? The thing with that first half is, we've been asking for a back 5 or back 3, 2 that first half we were back 6. James and Nonto were just full backs.
Yeah.
It was just.
Do you think they look quite dangerous on the? Do you know what? I thought James looked reasonably sort of like when we started going. I think there was one occasion where Ampadu flicked it round the fullbacks, and you thought James was up against O'Reilly. I think he got the better of him, slipped it to Nonto to Mecha. Mecha is over the bar, and I thought we've got a reasonable sort of counter attack there, but it just didn't flow, did it? Didn't flow at all.
You just can't ever win games of football playing like that, though. I was watching the Crystal Palace Man United game at dinner time, and first half, Man United was so passive. Second half, they got in the faces, had a right go at them, and lo and behold, won the game. I just can't get behind this, and this is where I will side with that guy. Like all season, we've been fielding 9 defensive players. I just can't get on board with that. I can't get on board with just this boring, defensive-minded. I always remember me and you having the debates in the Bielsa days where if we're going to get beat, at least have a get beat having a go. Like there'd be 4-3, there'd be carnage, but at least we were going to try and we'd land a few jabs. If you
few blows.
If you talk boxing terms, we'd land a few blows. Like we'd go to Anfield and score 3, and you'd have a go. But away from home this season, it's just been set up to get beat.
Minging on it. Minging.
It's been awful. So that's where I will side with the comments about it's taken this time to change things. And that first half, if he hadn't have changed it, it'd have ended up petering out 3-4, 5-0.
Yeah, I felt like that. I felt like it was a bit of a weird one because you look at the optics, don't you? And you look at City and you think, well, this probably should be. I mean, I looked at Burnley earlier on in the season. They went there, got shipped for 5. I'm looking at Man United. They've got shipped for 3. Liverpool have got shipped for 3. And you kind of think to yourself, well, it's Man City at the end of the day, but it kind of got into a stage, Brownie, where it was like, yeah, but we've just had 5 losses out of 6. Do you know what I mean? And at some stage, you need to pick something up and at least maybe show performance. And we're seeing a very similar thing, maybe a la what? Maybe without in the first half without Brendan Aronson. You're looking at the rest of it and you're thinking, it's all quite similar, this, isn't it? Something has to be a little bit different. And we kind of, I mean, I'll be honest, it got to that, I don't know if you thought this, but it got to that point in the second half where they had an attack and we must have made 5 or 6 blocks in our own box. And I thought to myself, I mean, I think it was O'Reilly had a shot. I think Foden had a shot. I think Haaland might have had a shot. And you think
even Sean Goto had one at one point.
Paolo one chop. Kevin had a dig. Kevin Hollock. But they all came in and had a dig. I think at one point Pep fancied a go. But it was just blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks.
And it's not sustainable. It's not. No. We can't. And I know. I mean, I was talking about this yesterday before the game. Like how crap has the Premier League got that you go into games knowing you're going to get beat? Like that's the disparity of the Premier League now, and unfortunately, that's where football's gone. But we can't be going to games just with damage limitation of let's keep it to 2 or 3. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like away from home, we've just been set up to. If we can nick a point, great, and just not concede as after that Arsenal game, particularly where it got stupid. It's just been right. Let's just get as many defensive players on the pitch as possible, and try and limit the opposition to as less goals as we can. But I'm glad that it showed that second half that, do you know what, the professional footballers at the end of the day. So if you have a go at teams, they're there to be got at. We had Pep Guardiola being a ball boy at one point. They were on the ropes. They were well and truly on the ropes. But yeah.
So were you buzzing about the starting? Not buzzing. Do you hear me? Were you buzzing about the starting 11? You obviously weren't buzzing about the starting 11, but you look at the starting 11 and 5 changes immediately. What were your thoughts?
A little bit on yours wavelength where you thought.
He knows he's going to get done here. Yeah.
He's written this game off. There's a game at Ellen Road on Wednesday night.
Yeah,
let's freshen some of the lads up. On the other side, like you've said, 5 defeats in 6. You've got to change it up. People are asking for changes. So a little bit mixed. But yeah, the first half, honestly, it was just like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I don't know. I don't know where to go. The annoying thing is that
Four's not working, is it, mate? Four's not working at the back. It's just not working.
The niggling thing I've got in my head is, as bad as we've been, and we have been bad in areas, especially away from home. And I know football runs its course and its length of time, but we've shipped 4 points in injury time.
Yeah.
That has us 15th, and then I think it's a completely different perspective of how we're doing this season. I really do.
Do you not think that's management in the second half, though? You know that. It's management, isn't it?
That and other teams being able to bring on better players.
Yeah. I think sometimes
I don't know what we do. Yeah. Maybe next time what we do is if we're drawing or winning going into injury time, we just tell our goalkeeper to sit on the floor and just all run off the pitch and come back in like 3 or 4 minutes, and then just we've settled ourselves down and see out the last few minutes. Maybe we do that, because it seems every other team can take the piss with what they want to do.
Well, there needed to be a big change, didn't they, in the second half? I think we're all looking at it. I expected, I was doing the watch along.
Okay. Just before you go into it, I honestly, when I saw James and Nonto had gone off at half time, I thought the world was going to end. Honestly, I thought people were going to physically combust.
Yeah, you're thinking about Conor just punching walls.
Just everyone, every Leeds fan across the globe, just screaming with rage. What is he doing? What is he doing?
Well, if he'd have stuck, mate, if he'd have stuck with a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 and would have took Nonto and James off, I think what would have crippled everyone. If you'd have seen Nonto and James come off, and like, I know he wasn't in the squad, but if you'd have seen like Harrison and Aronson come on, I think that'd have been game over. It's like that at that point, you know, he's trying to throw it. He's thinking, fuck this.
But fair play, like he's took some battering this year, and rightly so in times. But
yeah,
fair play, he changed it, and it comes
at last. Brownie, it's like lanking it. It's like, oh, it's happened at last.
Yeah. Like this is something I never thought of until just now. But we've actually won that second half.
Yeah, 2-1.
We've won the second half, 2-1.
You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that.
But it just goes to show that change it up. Change the way we're playing. Have a go at teams. If we can go to the Etihad and win 2-1 in the second half, we can go to any team in the league and have a go.
Right, well, I'm going to put something on you. Are you now looking at it in a 3-5-2 formation and thinking we've got a good enough team then to compete?
To a degree, but in a 3-5-2, we're bollocks if we get any injuries.
Yeah.
That again goes back to recruitment of recruiting players for a particular, like one of them 3 centre halves gets injured. We've got Bono to come in, who
Bono. I think in the front two. I think in the front two, we've never seen it with Leeds. By the way, front two, never seen it, and we've always judged him as a 1. It'd be interesting to see like Peru as a little bit of a foil to a 9. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, and I think Okafor could do a job central in and around someone.
Nonto maybe as well. Nonto just in that role behind the 9.
So yeah, it'd be more defensively, because I mean, Bono got run ragged at Hillsborough against under 18. So
against your lot.
Yeah, genuinely, some of the players there on Saturday. So yeah, I do, but we have to. I don't know what we've got to spend in January, but we have to stay with that formation for me.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
So I think it helps us centrally as well, midfield wise. I think it helps us.
Yeah. What were your thoughts when he said? Because he said in the post match, he said it works for certain opponents, but doesn't work for others. Did that make you think, oh, bollocks? He's going to go back to 4. I did think to myself, oh no. You've got it. Please don't do this now. Just stick to it. But it was just interesting when he turned around and said, it's for certain opponents, certain things, certain this, certain that. I thought, Daniel, no, stick to it, mate.
The team selection on Wednesday night is
massive, isn't it?
He's going to have everybody's eyes on it. And
yeah,
if there's be all strike and road on there, you think, you know what? He's changed it. He's seen what we've all seen, and he's having a go at that. If you see just Stroit Road and Aronson's name popping back up on the sheet, honestly, you may as well get back in car and get about M621 and just.
It's like even at the end when he brought, it's just daft things like it on the 80th, it was like 85th, 86th minute when he brings Tanaka off, and I see Aronson coming on, and I think, oh,
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish they'd done it. I wish they'd done it a minute sooner. By the way,
yeah, you weren't a fan of Tanaka in that game, were you?
No, in the game. But
Yeah.
it's Tanaka giving the ball away yet again, a la Bournemouth, where he's dilly-dallying in the middle of the pitch and they score an equaliser. He's given the ball away. I'm not saying he's had a bad game, but key moments, things that stick out in my mind. And I mean, Foden's got the freedom of Manchester in the box. Ampadu may as well be stood with Perry, and Tanaka.
Do you know what I was surprised about? Do you know what I was surprised about with that? A lot of people blamed Goodmanson for that, and I thought that ain't Goodmanson. It's a central position that I thought, because he drifted in, didn't he? On that, I think obviously they built the play in from
Ampadu or Tanaka's got to stand with him. Got to pick it. He can't have Phil Foden in the 18-yard box stood within 4 or 5 yards of space.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Tanaka slipped, hasn't he? And yeah, it looked like he was trying to do.
Did you think it was coming? Did you think? I thought to myself, they added. Did you not? I said they added 10 on. They added 10 on. I thought maybe it's just the pessimistic side of me, negative shit house. But I just thought they added that 10 minutes on, and I thought they're going to score it.
You know, for once, I thought, because of how well we'd done that second half, I genuinely it felt like the City had kind of
bolted. They'd already bolted. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like even in that 10 minutes, we had a fair amount of the ball.
Well, Fraser said here, top man Fraser as well for donation. Any money he goes back to type on Wednesday starts Harrison 4-3-3 and Melee back in goal. Don't set him off on the goalkeeper. Wait to keep that locked in, Brownie. And the famous 70th minute subs. I mean, if he does, Fraser, look, Brownie's a big supporter of Daniel Farke. I'm maybe a little bit more critical. I think he should have been gone a while ago. But I think even from Brownie's standpoint, I think in a 4-2-3-1, if he starts Aronson, I don't think he would start Harrison, but even just Aronson on that right-hand side, writing's on the wall.
He will die. He's going to die on the Aronson hill if he does.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not acceptable to continue to be picking Brendan Aronson.
No. Yeah.
It's no surprise that we've had our best 45 in the last 6, 7, 8 games, and he was nowhere to be seen. That's not a coincidence. What
were you impressed with in the second half?
Just having a go. Just because that first half, we had the back four. We had James on Bogle's shoulder, Nonto on James's shoulder. And it was just, right, you have a ball and just come and attack us. Just us having a go, getting in the faces.
What, in the second half?
Yeah, being a bit more direct, bit more robust. Balls up to Nemecha and Calvert-Lewin to cause a problem with. And they didn't like it. It was like a proper throwback. Stick it up them a little bit. More tackles flying it. Just everything. It was more... And this is where I am. I think Leeds fans are honest. I think if they see a team having a go, putting a shift in, and having a right go at a team, there'll be no complaints. The complaints come when you see the first half performance where it's standoffish, nobody within 5 or 10 yards of a City player, no tackles.
Felt Arsenal, didn't it, Brown? It felt very Arsenal, yeah, I thought.
It felt we shouldn't be on the same pitch as you.
Yeah. I agree.
That's where Leeds fans just become disillusioned, and that's of late where the Leeds performances have gone. 9 defensive players on the pitch all the time, stand off, let them have the ball. That's not Leeds.
Well, you look at that 3-5-2, right? And I can't help but look at Burnley, look at Forest, and look at Brighton and think, you're playing like that against them. And I mean, I'm not saying for one instance it's going to be as simple, because it won't be. They'd all pose different challenges. Of course, they were different tactical, imprints on the game. But I tell you what, would have been a lot more competitive. I mean, those games, Brighton, Forest, you roll over, don't you? Let's be honest. We've rolled over for both of them. It's easy. And then you at least look at that Burnley game and you think they've stamped their authority on that game, at least with the back three, two up top, pin their centre backs, Brownie. And at least you pin the centre backs and you give them something to think about. The midfield retreats a little bit more. You think to yourself, it's not just one up top against 3 or 4. You got 2 up top and maybe an on runner as well. And yeah. I mean, he's got to check. He's got. If you don't. Go on. I'll wind myself up. Go on. You start talking. So I'll wind myself
I agree.
up.
I think the Brighton game in particular was awful. Forest, awful in large spells, but we actually went ahead in the game.
Never thought we'd win, though, did you?
And then reverted. When we went 1-0 up, do you know what? We win a game, and then we just suddenly just sat. This is the thing with Leeds. We'll go ahead, and then we'll just sit and camp and get deeper and deeper, and it just isn't sustainable. You're playing Premier League players; they're gonna pick you off. The Burnley one. I seem to remember the Burnley game as having a lot of the ball and a lot of shots. The Burnley one,
couldn't break them down though, could we? Properly, we couldn't break them down.
And then you look at their goals. One's from 30 yards where Darlow's waving to someone in the crowd, and a free header. The other one was a free header from 5 yards.
Yeah,
I can't remember them having that much other than that, but definitely the Forest and Brighton games particularly. It was a bit of a weird period, wasn't it? Everybody was clamouring for Farke's head. It just felt like there was no confidence about any of them games. Whereas at least yesterday, there's a bit of glimmer of hope. But you know what? This team isn't actually that bad if they have a go at teams. I.e., the games we've won. Everton at home, the first game of the season, we came flying out the blocks.
Went at them.
We went at them. We were in their half for large spells, and we won the game.
Bournemouth.
West Ham the same. Bournemouth. Yeah. The games where we've got after teams, got at them, put ourselves in their half the pitch, got stuck into challenges. Shock of horrors. We've got stuff from them games. Sit back, let international footballers pass the ball around. They're going to make you look stupid.
Funny one, isn't it? Andrew says Aronson is starting 11. It's funny how this is also Aronson based. But the thing is, but can I just say, the thing with what he's saying is it's not about Aronson. It's about the strategy and the formation that's in the game. So it's not about
that. It's not even that.
You're not having that?
No, I am, but it's not just that. It's the negativity it brings around the ground. Because the slightest mistake he does, the heads have gone. Because he's made that many. The ground, particularly last week, can't even remember who we got beat by last week. Who did we play last week?
Villa,
home. He made 2 runs and lost the ball, and the ground, the head's gone. Even though we're well in a game, we're actually playing well. And just because of the stupid things he does, the atmosphere just turns and it goes a bit the other way. Toxic is a good word to put. So just him being there, rightly or wrongly. And I know Farke went down the mental health route, but there's 38,000 Leeds fans also with mental health problems watching.
Yeah.
And that's the negativity that he just brings. Tyler Roberts, he is Daniel Farke's Tyler Roberts.
I don't think it's helping as well, because we're all so zoned in on Gelhardt as well at Hull. And Gelhardt's now got as many goal contributions in 29 less games in the Championship. And we know Gelhardt wouldn't work right now. And we're all aware of that. But I think it was the valid, it was almost like, Aronson done an not unbelievable job, but he's done a good job in the Championship. And you're seeing Gelhardt go down there. Gelhardt struggled in 4 or 5 different managers, but I think we all know that Gelhardt's a much better player than Brendan Aronson. I think that's probably a lot of what Leeds fans are getting still annoyed at, in the social media world as well.
Listen, Junior Firpo looked like Roberto Carlos in the Championship.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But the problem is Brendan Aronson didn't.
No, he didn't. Listen, he's got 11 goals. I think I tweeted out 11 goals in 101 games now, and nearly half of them are in the Championship.
Yeah,
it's just not good. I genuinely think because of the money we've spent on him, we've had to persevere.
Yeah,
had to persevere to try and get some form, something.
I guess talking about Gelhardt is probably pretty good as well, because we'll be able to get some good money for him now, won't we? If he keeps scoring as well, at least.
I mean, Hull are Hull are up in the playoffs as well, aren't they? So
Yeah.
he's having a great season. But I think if we're what's the right phrase? If we're having to compare Gelhardt and Aronson, I think that tells you everything you need to know about Aronson.
Hey, who says the 3-5-2 works in certain situations? That's what Fark said. He says true, but so does the 4-3-3. And Farker has been trotting that out every game. He's the king of contradictory statements. Sack the clown already. Brownie.
Like I said earlier, I think the disrespect he gets is ridiculous. He's won the championship 3 times. Not a clown.
Yeah, fair. And I know you're very protective of that, and I get that. I'm more on the slant of yesterday for me was a big wake up call in terms of like for him. I loved seeing that. I loved in that second half what we were able to put out there. Brownie, I love you. Me and you are old school friends. I've known you for too many years now, and we've disagreed a lot, but I love the bones off you. But I would make a change and go to a back 3 specialist. I've said that multiple times now. However, I understand what he's done for us. What he's done for us has been, look, brilliant. He's got us back up here. I think with you, I know it's like turning the Titanic with you when it comes to managers, and that's because you're so loyal and it's brilliant. It's a great attribute to have. I think if he goes to a back 4 and Aronson's starting, I think in the next game, I think the Titanic is going to be, we're going to skip that iceberg and we're going to come all the way back around and everyone's going to survive. You're going to go down that route of thinking, I can't be doing with this anymore, even you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we rock up at Ellen Road on Wednesday night and Aronson's starting and it's a back 4, I think anybody that was still on the fence goes completely off it.
Because he's got that now, hasn't he? He's got that golden nugget. He's helped himself and it's worked. It's actually worked.
Yeah. Like I said at the start, though, of the show, I think that working yesterday has made his position even more dicey, because if he doesn't stick to that, so many more questions are going to come his way. After the game, if he doesn't stick to that and we lose, why have we gone back to the back 4? Yeah. All the questions are going to be, why have you gone back? And surely if the ownership have got anything about them, they'll have the same questions. Yeah, for Leeds to move on, you have to kick on, and he probably isn't the person to take us to that next bit. But if we come out of this week still in touching distance or still on the same points as West Ham, it's not all been all that bad.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? It's a strange one because I'm like, opinions wise,
it's fine margins. Football is fine margins. I mentioned on the show, injury time goals as us 3 positions higher.
But you know what he's been like with the second half management as well.
Very fine margins. I put that to 2 things, like you say, game management in the games.
Yeah.
And other teams being able to bring on much better players than we can. Think of the games where we've conceded them late goals. Fulham, they brought on that winger, that Kevin from Shakhtar, for like 40 million.
Forest.
No, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And the weekend, I mean, who they were bringing on, I mean, Marmouche, he was one that came up. Bringing on just every player that's coming on in games, even the Villa game last weekend, all start for us.
Do you think he'd keep? Do you think it like? Do you think he could keep us up?
It was always going to be difficult. Everybody said that before the season started, and we're not out of it. We're coming into December still in a relatively okay position.
It's not what I asked.
I'll tell you after Wednesday night.
Okay.
If he goes to a back 4.
You're not convinced he's going to stay to a 3, are you? I know you're not, because you keep teetering on that. You think he'll go to a 4? I think he'll go to a 4.
I think he'll revert to type.
And do you know what I think will happen? I think we'll have a right go at him. And I think we'll be the best team for the first 30 minutes. Honestly, I think we'll be the best. We might even score. I genuinely believe that will happen. I think we'll be the best team for about 30, 35 minutes. And I've got a feeling it then turns and then they start to get on top and then they probably get. It's just that we know we know the blueprint, don't we? In the Prem with him, we know the blueprint. This is the issue.
Where I am with it is we've scored the second least in the league.
Yeah.
That has to change, otherwise, no, he won't keep us up. We've scored 13 goals.
Yeah.
It's not enough, and we can score 2 at the Etihad in 23 minutes.
Madness.
By having a go at them. So just go have a go at teams. And people would be a lot happier if we were going after teams week in, week out, and we fell short because we weren't good enough.
Mate, look how happy everyone was. Yes, not happy, but everybody's now back on board. Everybody's thinking, well, we've got a bit of hope because that's all we all want. We all want a bit of hope. It's just
we all knew that the position we were fighting for this season was to stay up. 17th, we all shake hands at the start of the season and go, thanks very much.
Oh yeah.
And we're 1 goal away from that. So we're not a million miles away from where we would all have accepted to be. And like you say, if we were to fall short by having a go, people just go, do you know what, the Premier League's just a step too far. If we were to fall short by pathetic, lethargic performances like we've seen in the last month, people not having it, me included.
Should we talk about some individuals then? We had a bit of a natter about Tanaka earlier on, didn't we? And I thought he was arguably one of the better players on the pitch in that game. I thought he really adapted. I thought he was good in that midfield coming up against world-class opposition. I thought he was decent, but you had a bit of a flip side, didn't you?
Not a flip side. Like, he had a good game. He did. And he had a good game against Villa. He's good at what he does. It's just key moments in games that stand out to me. Bournemouth at home, he gave the ball away, we conceded. And yesterday, unfortunately, he's given the ball away. Just clear the ball. Both times, he's not learned from the Bournemouth time. Like, stop dilly-dallying and trying to pass 5 yards.
Yeah.
Just play the game. You're in injury time. You battled away to just put it into Salford. Put it anywhere other than. Do you know what I mean?
Might be me.
Well, I just think there's a time and a place to be pretty and nice with the football, and it's something the penny has to drop.
Yeah.
Because you get punished, and he has been twice by giving the ball away. I'm not saying he's alone in giving the ball away. I'm just saying he's cost us twice.
I think we were having a chat about this earlier on, and I thought he protected the ball really well. But I had to be honest, I hadn't thought about maybe certain bits that he'd left out on. One that I'm honing in on, and a couple of people responded to me and said they thought he was man of the match. Is Ampadu at the minute? I think these cutbacks for a centre midfielder covering that half space as your number 6, especially in a back 4. You've got to be covering that spot. You got to be covering that space. And there's too many times now with Ethan where that cutback and the attacking midfielder is oncoming, is in that 8 or that number 10. I see that as his responsibility. And it's happening way too many times now. Another example of it yesterday.
Yeah. He just seems to always, not always, that's wrong. Like Tanaka, I had a great game, but key moments. Too deep when Foden's putting the third in. He stood we've got 3 central defenders push up. I think back to the Burnley game where a guy scored from 30 yards and he stood right at the side of Struijk.
Yeah.
It's not just too deep. But is that tactical? Is that mindset? I don't know. But yeah. The frustrating thing is teams are scoring the similar type of goal all the time.
Yeah. It's pretty much every week now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But positives, I tell you what, we went to that 3 at the back, and we have to look at it as well. I mean, in the game as well, I don't know what you thought about Bogle, mate. I thought Bogle was unbelievable in that game. Up against Doku, I didn't think Doku got anything out of him. Struijk as well, because obviously we're in a back 4 in the first half, and you have to say, look, back 3 was great. You had Beale, Struijk and Rodon back there locking up Haaland. Haaland didn't get a sniff. That has got to be. That is that. I mean, when does that happen? He's had probably his best season so far in his career. Haaland got nothing out of it. Bogle was really impressive. I thought Goodmanson kept coming on in that left hand side. The left hand side was much better as well, going forward at least. It just fit a little bit better, didn't it? But overall, even in the game we were back four, Brownie, I thought just the back line were brilliant again.
Yeah, and this then puts more pressure on them because we're not scoring goals as frequently as we need to. We're having to keep clean sheets to even get a point. Do you know what I mean?
We're talking about a back. We're talking about like everybody doing well in the back line, aren't we? We conceded 3 goals.
Yeah, if you look through the goals, another set piece, which is really annoying.
Yeah. Soft as well, wasn't it? Probably shouldn't have counted. Probably shouldn't have counted.
No, the corner shouldn't even have been given. Foden was offside. So, but yeah, got to defend it once it is given. The first one down our left hand. The wingers just keep just losing the man off the back of them, no matter who it is in that position. So same goal down the left hand side, cut back, and then third. Just look, listen, we're defending for our lives, but you just can't give Phil Foden that much time and space.
No.
Yeah, so frustrating. Like you say, we're talking about the back 4, 5, 3, whatever you want to call it, being good, but at the end of the day, we've conceded 3 goals again.
They look shattered. I thought City looked shattered when
they were in a game, mate.
Yeah, when Metra and DCL came on, especially DCL, we were speaking about it earlier on, but I thought DCL when he came on, we started bullying him. And I thought as soon as we started bullying him, I was like, right, there might be something here. You know, as soon as we got that first goal, it felt like something else was going to cave. You know what I mean?
Well, but they're both willing runners. They're both going to stretch teams, and that's why having them both up there is such a handful. If you've got a back 3 just having to deal with one player, happy days. Not only is it okay out of possession because you only have to deal with one, but in possession when they're looking to build from the back, there's only one striker pressing them, so they've got the time and freedom to pick out what you want and give elite footballers time and space. They're going to pick you apart. So having 2 up there, even from a defensive point of view, makes sense. Puts more pressure on them. Stretching them gives our midfield more space. He just looked so much better. It was more watchable as well.
Can't be. I don't think on that left. I don't think on that left hand side he can be starting Justin though, can he? It's got to be Goodmanson. He's Byram, isn't he? He can't advance on that left hand side. He's just not got. He's right footed.
As a wing back, obviously Goodmanson's probably better because he does attack quite well. Bit harsh. I'd leave just James Justin or Justin James, whatever he's called.
Justin James Justin.
He's not played any football, and then you've chucked him in at the Etihad
with Nonto for the first time.
Which, I mean, Gruev as well. If I was him, I'd be thinking, what is going on? He's played 3 games: Man City, Arsenal, Newcastle. Yeah, cheers, Daniel. Thanks.
Nice one. Cheers.
But yeah, I mean, just in terms of going forward into the upcoming games, we all said we're not getting anything out of this one game. At least just have a go at them. Just have a go at them.
Yeah. Well,
anybody else you want to talk about?
Yeah. Let's get a couple of comments. 2 strikers up top. Nice one, Fraser. Mecha, DCL were a joy at last. Yeah, and it's not just that. Yeah, I thought Okafor came on. He looked busy. He's physical. He's 6 foot. You know, there's something there. He's played there for Milan. You know, I've said this as well for a bit of a foil. If you have a winger in almost that second striker role, they can help out maybe either wing as well. You know, if you're to give them that almost auxiliary role, I don't mind that whatsoever. And we've got cover everywhere. We just look so much more disciplined in that role. Brownie, can we touch on Biol? How much better did he look in that 3, mate? I just thought he looked since what we've seen so far with Biol in a 2. I just thought he looked so much better in that back 3. A little bit of cover. You know, he's played there internationally. He's played there for Udinese, and I thought he just passing out to Tanaka in those passages as well, but winning his duels. I thought he looked really good, mate. It's good to see.
Yeah, a relief because in a 2, you talked about Titanics earlier.
Don't work in a 2, does he?
He turns like one. Yeah, The interesting thing was from the starting lineup yesterday, other than Nemecha and Perrin, it was our team we had last year.
Championship, innit? Yeah. Bang on. Yeah, my dad said the same thing. Dad just wanted to champion. We're going to Etihad with a championship 9. Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, it makes sense. You've signed him off the back of his performances in a back three. You've got 3 good centre backs. Play them.
Got to be on it. Got to be. I think there's a comment here about maybe something you wanted to talk about. Don't know if you've got YouTube up. I don't think you have, but Ant Lyle Tom says, "Can't believe you aren't talking about how bad Perry is."
That's what I said about 10 minutes ago. Anybody else you want to talk about? I didn't have on the bingo card for 2025 that people would be discussing Melier possibly coming back in goal.
Oh, no, I can't get myself back there. No.
But for £20 million or euros or Hungarian Mönchengladbach, whatever you want to call them, the upgrade isn't much, if anything.
Can we say that like he made some quite big saves yesterday? I thought there's a couple of blocks that he made, that almost kept us in the game a little bit. Good save from Foden, palmed over the bar, like first half. Good save that.
Postman delivers his letters at some point.
Yeah.
He's I don't want to sound Roy Keane, but he's good. We're now talking about the goalkeeper actually pulling off 1 or 2 saves going into December.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's a big worry for me.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced. He still looks a little bit. He's got almost that melee, meek and mild look about him, hasn't he? When the camera almost focuses in on him, it almost. To be fair to him, he has. He's defended up against different systems as well. We've gone to a 2, we've gone to a 3. Maybe that's unnerving him a little bit, but he made some decent saves. But I have to agree, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet at all.
For me, we've conceded what 25.
Yeah.
Already, I can count on 2 hands how many I'd put at him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the one last week, the Villa one.
I think it's probably there's probably a couple against Forest as well that I might look at him for as well.
The one at Brighton, the first one. I don't know where he's running. Like, do you know when you're playing FIFA and you bring your keeper out and you forget to take him back? He was running. Where's he going? By the time the ball had got cut back, it was outside his 6-yard box on the left-hand side. Honestly, maybe I just don't like goalkeepers. So apologies to any goalkeeper out there, but it just feels like we haven't had a good goalkeeper since Paul Robinson.
Rob Green, probably the last one, wasn't it? It's
how long ago was that?
I know it's been like what, Silvestri.
Maybe we're doing a disservice to him. Maybe we're scarred by the fact that all our goalkeepers seem to. It just seems that we could take the Burnley game, 18 shots and not score. Any shot that goes at our goal just seems to go in, no matter who's in net.
Yeah. Telly says Perry came to us hurt. Don't forget that. I think he's still playing hurt. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's once again on Farker, isn't it? To maybe take him out.
About £20 million back then, because he was like, we spent 20 million.
Chris says, big shout. Thomas Frank to be manager of Leeds United by January. It's gone badly wrong at Spurs. Would you be happy with that? I'd take that. Would you? Would you take?
You know what? It's weird. Who said
that? Chris Allen.
I was having a chat 2 or 3 days ago.
Chris, just from my perspective, mate, yes, 100%.
Having a chat 2 or 3 days ago with my best mate, and I said that. I said, the way Spurs are going, and they already want him out.
Would you have him?
Well, this is the other thing with Fark. I've not been overly hammered with any name that has been piped up to replace him.
What, Frank?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Top coach.
Proven to get out of the Championship if the worst thing happened.
Yeah.
Worked with
top players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
3-5-2 as well. 3-5-2.
and plays different systems. He's played different systems at Brentford, adapt to different games. Wouldn't always play the same game. So yeah,
Should he come
definitely.
to Leeds? Should he come to Leeds if he was sacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think he said some nice things about Leeds as well before. I know it sounds stupid and very redundant, but Leeds have got such a massive presence in Scandinavia as well. Obviously, he's Danish, isn't it?
And if we didn't announce him with a Mind the Gap video of some kind, I think we'd be massively missing a trick.
100%. Yeah, I think it's a good combo. It's a good, well, shout out Chris. I think everybody's saying it as well. Like and he can adapt. I think Frank is better at, and this is where we are right now. Frank is better at lesser teams. I don't think there's going to be as much a spotlight on him. I think we get behind him. There's a variance in systems. He can do multiple things against better teams and worse teams. Variance, like you've said. Imagine that's all I want. If we go down, my dad said to me the other day, he went, "Well, is there an argument for keeping Fark?" I said, "Dad, we're going to be in the same predicament. Same predicament in the Premier League again. Everybody's going to love him because he's got us back up. They're going to be saying, give him another chance." You need someone who at least can prove it in 2 divisions. If you get Frank, you know that he can prove it in 2 divisions. It's perfect.
When you say lesser team, I'll put it to you that teams that don't have as much possession, I think, is better. Like, for example, Brentford, pressing teams, win the ball back high up, which is where we are at the minute. My worry, and a bit like your dad said, he can get us back up. You look at the Championship this season, Leicester have got it completely wrong, and so did Southampton. And them two at the minute look nowhere near a top 6 side.
See, I think you bang on. I think that's what's worrying me about a lot of what I'm hearing at the minute. People think we're going to go down and come straight back up. That doesn't happen every time. There's multiple examples, and they've all gone down with parachute payments. All of them have gone down with parachute payments, and some of them, West Brom, Norwich, Stoke, they've all been down there for 3, 4. And I know we're a bigger club. I completely get that. But if anything, we know, Brownie, that sometimes that could be actually the worst thing as being a bigger club. Yeah, so
if we were, I said it last time. I said if we were to go down, we'd be back up in that. We got to a playoff final after starting 6 weeks behind everybody else. Because I mean, that team that we were churning out at the start of that first year in the Championship was a disgrace.
But it's a risk, isn't it? It's a risk.
Yeah,
you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen in that Championship season. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? What manager's going to go? What manager's going to stay? Who we're going to attract? Like, there's so many different variables.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Thomas Frank. Listen, a lot of moving parts have got to happen for that to come into place. Yeah. 2 managers have got to lose the job for that to happen at the same time. But if Tottenham are to lose a few more,
yeah, proper board that. I've got it. It'd be brilliant. Oh, imagine the players he'd bring in as well. Got some nice little loans from Brentford or Tottenham. That'd be lovely. Right, should we talk a little bit about Chelsea then? But what's your bare minimum? What are we looking at for the? Are we looking at another valiant effort and a loss, or does it need to be? does it need to be a draw? Do we need to get something? I mean, at some stage, Brownie, we need to get a point on the board.
Yeah, at some point, like I was going to say, if the results against Burnley, Forest, Brighton, and this is where I'm always looking ahead. If they're different results, you can kind of write off the Cities and the Chelseas.
Of course you can, yeah.
But we're not in that situation because we dropped stupid points. We now need to go and start taking things. And Everton went to Old Trafford, and I know they're not where they used to be, with 10 men and won. Fulham have just gone to Tottenham and won. Other teams seem to be doing it. Forest went to Liverpool and won.
Sunderland are in the top 4. Still.
So they should be, by the way, with the amount of money they spent. Anyway, at some point, we have to start taking results. So the bare minimum game at Ellen Road, any game at Ellen Road, I'm going thinking we're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then on the flip side, I just see Chelsea draw with Arsenal, who had 10 men for an hour. So, listen, it's going to be a tricky, difficult night. I think the Ellen Road crowd will play its part. I think we get something Wednesday.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a feeling as well. We get something Wednesday, 100%. Richard Jones, just in the chat, we go down after another 5 years, maybe back in the Premier League. Both of you talking shit.
We go down what?
We go down another 5 years, maybe back in the Premier League. Richard, you construct a sentence, mate. You absolute waffler. That doesn't make any sense. So
Does
he's
it mean
actually
if we go down, we'll be down for another 5 years?
maybe, but it's
based on what?
It's just a waffler. Absolute.
That's an opinion, not fact.
Yeah, it's pure subjective, mate. So you can't say we're talking, you know what, because it sounds like you are as well, buddy. No Caicedo. True, no Caicedo, but I don't know if Cole Palmer played today. Is Lavia?
He was on the bench. He was
okay.
on the bench. So he came on.
So I can't wait for that. Some Xavi Mank to be back in proceedings and not care about Ellen Road and just take the ball and just wrap it in the bottom corner. But Chris says, what result Wednesday gets Farke out?
A heavy defeat.
Yeah, I think so.
A heavy defeat with a back four and Aronson on the pitch. This is why I said the team selection and what he does. He's made a rod for his own back with switching it.
Yeah.
And how well it went. He's made a rod for his own back because if he lines up with a back four and Aronson.
What about if we went to a back three and we get romped as well? I think people are just going to say, I will as well. It's too late. It's too little, too late. Should have been this against Burnley, Villa, Forest, Brighton, and we'd have been able to pick up points and then play back three against Chelsea and lose. That's fine. Like we're expecting. We're not going to be invincible with a back three, Brownie, are we? It's not going to be invincible.
No, we're not. We're not. And this is the other side of the coin. People obviously saw Jesse Marsh win against Liverpool and keep his job.
And Bournemouth, back to back.
That did have elements of City yesterday. If he'd have got something there, people are hunky-dory again. But is that the right thing that we need going forward? People will say yes, people will say no. Like I say, it's all subjective and opinions. But I think if we were to get done heavy tomorrow night with Liverpool 3 days after Thursday, not tomorrow night, Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
I was going to say, please not Monday.
Liverpool Thursday, 3 days later. I don't think you'd see a change with them 3 days. But then I think after the Liverpool game, if we're to get done in both big, I think it goes. Yeah,
let's be honest. That is the general consensus will be that we're going to get done in by Spurs big time. Spurs at Chelsea big time, because they are much higher caliber squad. Third in the division. The depth is unbelievable. They spent 500 million pounds every window, it feels. So yeah, we're talking about Caicedo being out. I'm sure they'll have 6 or 7 others who can just slot in. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Any other points you want to bring up, mate?
No, I think we covered it all.
Touched it all well.
Yeah. Didn't touch on being able to add another charge to Man City's rap sheet, because I think that was an absolute disgrace.
England did it as well, didn't they? Did you watch England in the international break? I think it was Pickford or someone went down and then they go off the side and Tuchel's giving him a tactical framework of how to win the game. And I'm thinking, as soon as Donnarumma went down, I went, there's nothing wrong with him. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him.
It's bollocks. It's cheating.
Yeah.
There's no other word to describe it. And I know people are going, it's not game management. Game management is putting the ball in the corner, running the clock down in the clock. That's game management. Keeping the ball, that's game management. Faking an injury, getting 2 doctors to come on the pitch.
Poor. And at that point, we were really on top, weren't we? We were right on top. Yeah.
That's not game management. That's. Can you remember years back the rugby where he had the fake blood?
Oh capsules? Yeah.
Same thing. It's the same thing without blood.
Yeah. Go on then, give us a little score prediction for Wednesday, because we're not going to speak beyond that point.
I will go 2-2. In fact, I'll go 2-2 or we get walloped.
Just giving yourself a bit of insurance.
No, because it's going to be one. It's going to be like you said, proper get at them.
Yeah.
Proper good game, or we just get absolutely dismantled.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. I think he goes to a 4. I think he goes to a 4. I'm not saying Aronson starts, but I think he probably maybe goes Nonto.
Honestly can't start.
I don't think he will. I think he'll maybe go. I think he'll probably go Nonto and James. That's what I think he'll do. But I think we'll go 4-3-3, and I think we'll be brilliant first 25-30. They'll get put on the back foot. The fans will be right up for it. Leeds will score, and I think probably for around 60 minutes, 60 plus minutes, we'll be on our arse defending, basically.
So I'll flip this question to you and other people, because particularly people who are Fark out, and I get there's a lot, and I get the reasons why.
Okay, me.
No, that's true. There's a lot of people, and I do get the reasons why. But we've gone ahead in a lot of games.
Yeah.
So what do you put it down to why we're not closing them games? Are the people who are Fark out, are you purely putting it down to his in-game management?
Not always. No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to say it's all down to Fark. I think sometimes it's we've spoken here, haven't we, about Ampadu, but bits like that where, and there's more things like Goodmanson at stages and Okafor maybe not tracking back 100%. I think a lot of it though, Brownie, I think his in-game management is championship. I think it's really poor, if I'm honest with you, and I think it's getting exposed at Premier League level. The Villa game was like the cherry on top of the cake, where I'm thinking, these are two different games that Emery's playing and you're playing, and you're still. He said earlier on in his reaction, he went, "There's Aston Villa, we couldn't play a back three." Well, they went about 4 up top. Why couldn't you have gone to a back three then?
No, listen, I get it.
Why couldn't you react to a back three then?
There's things that's happened that have made me think what you do. For example, Bournemouth at home, 2-1 up, going into injury time. They've got a free kick on the halfway line. We're making a sub. That sub's got to be Be-all.
Yeah.
Put Be-all in there so there's someone else that can head it. I get that. There's little things. The Villa thing really irks me because he wasn't even out for the second half when they'd made 2 subs.
My dad couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe it. He was at the game. He couldn't see him, but he said, "Oh, he was out." And I went, "No, Dad, he wasn't out." He went, "He wasn't out. He wasn't out.
He came out. The game had kicked off. The subs had been made. The game had kicked off when he came back out the tunnel. So obviously you're already on the back foot, adapting to what they've changed.
Of course you are. Yeah.
So I get it. There's things that are just not good enough. Wednesday's big for him, I think.
Big game, Matt. Big game. Right, we're gonna tune it off before an hour. It's been an absolute pleasure. I know you guys absolutely love this show. White Noise with myself and Brownie chewing back, guys. I mean, we're looking at 20,000 views every episode at the minute. So thank you so much. It's been brilliant. It's good having Brownie on a Sunday. I think it's because it's closer to the result. We're both a little bit. We're happy or we're pissed off. Mostly pissed off. But yeah, midweek game. It's like being back in the Championship. So tune in for all the preamble and the post-amble and all that lovely stuff. It's been an absolute pleasure. Check out Brownie on Twitter, Brownie89. Make sure you tune into One Leeds as always. It's been absolute.